Screen three, let's go. I will develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that could reduce my mental growth or physical health. I will develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. I will use my common sense before self-defense and never be abusive or offensive. This is the Black Belt School. We are dedicated. We are motivated for our quest to be our best. Yeah, all right, feel a little wider than shoulders. Straight down to the center. While we're stretching, I'm just going to make a quick announcement or two regarding this class. So one of the things we're doing this rotation with weapons class is we're not teaching it hybrid. There will be nobody on camera or on screen with us or doing it from home. Stretch over to your left. So all the classes are going to be in person. However, we are going to record them and still put them on the university like we were when we were teaching hybrid. I just won't necessarily spend a ton of time talking to the camera. Other side, it does mean sometimes we will have class oriented that direction for the camera so that while we're teaching things, that part gets recorded so that it's still a decent reference for you if you want to go back and look at it on the university. Back to the middle, take it out a little wider. Over to your left. And your right. Back to the middle, take it out as wide as you can. And have a seat. All right, go ahead and pull one leg in. Going straight to her. What's that? Oh, okay. I didn't specify. Switch. I just happened to already have that in event whenever I was sitting down. All right, pull in butterfly. So who's excited about the weapons we're learning? Weapons that we're learning this rotation. All right, which ones do you still need? All of them?
9.
Go 9. That one's pretty fun.
7, 9.
7 and 9. All right. Variety no Kama. You do have that one? Awesome. Mariucci no Company. Got it. All right. You need all 4. You need all 4, right? You may have done Variety no Kama, but I don't. Nope. You've done Mariucci no Kama each. Or need. Maybe both. How about you, Miss Shari? You need all 4? Fantastic. Miss Samantha, first weapons rotation. You haven't done any of these. In fact, I have a question. Have you done any weapons yet? Okay. All right. Help up on your feet. Okay, so let's do this. Everybody run and grab your commas. And when we come back out, I need 2 rows. I want to put 3 on each row. Not that you really need the space, but it'll just make it easier when we come back. So I want 3 here and 3 on the row behind you, but we're going to face the chairs. All right, okay, well, look right there. Answer right there. And sorry, right there. And the three of you, let's face this way. Yeah, now shift so that you're between them on that side. So the Lord shift that way, didn't shift that way. In the window to your right. There you go. All right, so comments. If you've done you stuff when we hold the comments kind of in the center, so that you can do crazy things like figure eights, or you do even more crazy spins with comments. We don't do that in this part of this class, right? We're holding comments a more traditional way. Even though I know most of you, or all of you, in fact, are using more Wpns style comments, they're lighter, they've got a smaller handle, they're easier to grip for most people. I just grabbed my old traditional one because I'm working another color where that's important to have. So I just went ahead and grabbed these. So we're going to hold them way down at the end. We are not in this color going to do anything that requires us to be able to turn them over, unlike the Matayoshi katas where we have to. But I want to practice it for just a second because it's a good skill to have. So one of the best ways to do your grip switch on your comments is hold it with your thumb. Start with your dominant hand, probably your right hand. Hold it with your thumb and fingers and let it roll with it. And then you can re-grip. When it's time to switch back, slide the thumb around, pull it back this way. So thumb and finger, let it swing under, re-grip. Pull the fingers over, pull the thumb over, excuse me. Turn it, pull it back up. All right, so just practice that for a second, where you get to practice the grip switch. It's not part of this kata, but it's a good skill to have. Once you get it where you can do that regularly with your dominant hand, then add both. And it will be easier to do both hands than just your non-dominant hand most of the time. Okay. Like I said, not part of the kata we're working today, but I wanted you to practice that a little bit. It's a good skill to have. All right, the next piece that I want you to focus on, this one's going to happen a few times through the kata. When we step into a back stance with no weapon, right? We step into a back stance with no weapon for a double line and out. Both of our hands kind of move at the same time, right? If I've got commas sticking out, that's not going to be my best bet. If I'm doing a traditional Japanese double knife hand strike or double knife hand out of block, it basically wipes down my shoulder instead of this way to come here. Now I really got to be careful if I have a weapon sticking out, right? So how do we go about doing it? All right, I want to face the same way as you. I want you to take your right one. I want you to hold it where the hook is pointing away from you, right? You got the smooth part on the back. I want you to push it across like you're using it to guide. Are you using it to guide from the other way? Push it out. Push it out. Push it out. Awesome. Now, as you do that with your right hand, you're pushing something out of the way. I want you to take your left hand, come underneath. And I want you to pull. As your left hand comes out, I want your right hand to come past. So your commas have to pass each other, including passing your own arm. But what I don't want to do is this bit, where I can fillet my own arm off. Right? So I'm carrying something out of the way. I'm kind of reaching out to hook it, and I'm settling back into a back. Right? So carry, reach out to the hooks, and set it into your back. And again, carry, reach out to the hook, and settle into your back. All right, now how in the world does that work, and why in the world do we do it that way? Miss Sydney, come up here for a moment, please. In there, face me. Don't hit hard because you'll break your comments. All right, so come on out, Miss Carly, join the back row for me, please. All right, so start with your carry. Okay, reach out to hook. At no point did you lose contact with the weapon that was coming at it, right? So if I'm going to smash Sydney, she's going to parry, and she's going to hook it over to the side. If she's really slick at that point, she can pull down with that one and step straight in and come at me with the thumb. Right? So that's why the motion. You love putting it together with some of the Monioka comments. Like, oh, I remember how that goes in. That's exactly right. But that's why we do the carry hook slide. Huh? It is a cross chamber. It's also a two-hand block. Right? So practice that a few times, get in the habit of making that carry motion and come underneath. Carry, hook, slide back. Carry, hook, slide back. What else get carry? Okay. There you go. Keep going, keep going. Yeah.
Keep trying to put my thumb up here. That's my thumb.
Probably. I would not leave it. I would not leave it out there. Get it out of the way.
I know whose fingers are usually that.
Loose fingers are usually there.
That's a bad habit.
So think about your side for a second. Since you asked a really good question about where do I put my thumb, is it bad to have it elevated and things like that? All right. When I'm doing an out of box on my side, where's my thumb supposed to be? Behind the edges, right? When I do a down strike, where's my thumb supposed to be? Giving it a little bit of direction and control, right? But it's only when I'm making that strike. On a comma, because it's more of a stab, slice type of thing, I can put it there if I need to, but rarely am I using this as a blunt type of instrument. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it up most of the time so I can slide it in and I can use that for better grip on the front. On the side, the only time I pull it out from back there is if I'm using it to reinforce a strike. Or if I'm going sideways on a strike, my thumb will be up on top. So most of the time I want to go ahead and keep it low. All right, great question. All right, next thing to do with our comments. Okay, both comments crossing in front of you. Pull them out. All right, so your blades are going to be pointed to the outside. So I want you to take the middle of any part of your L, cross them over each other. Or you almost get like a diamond. Right, up, down, pull them out this way. Just do that a couple of times. I don't really care which hand's on top right now. All right, let me give you a reason for this. Some people say it's a great way to defend against somebody throwing a net on. Because if I get a hold of any scissors, right, I want my blades together. I can cut through that net. The other thing, if Sydney was close in, try to do a strike, or try to do, if she didn't have weapons, if she was reaching out for a grab, I come in here, what do I get? All right, so if I come in, I might jab her, poke her, but as I'm coming back out, I'm going to basically steal the arm. Yeah. I'm going to shave them. You got no more hair on your arm. Right. Right. These are not sharp, by the way. Okay, now I want you to take both the commas, bring them to the outside, and pull them across to the inside. Again, big scissors. Right, I want my blades to face each other. So come across, flip them over. Come back the other way. Come across, pull back out. Cross, pull it back out. Now I have to make the switch so that the inside of the hook, where the sharpest part of the blade would be, is always pulling toward each other as far as this motion. So I'm pulling toward each other, pulling toward each other. That extra part is clearing out of the way. Cutting, cutting. Now, part of a different kata, but a good skill to have again, is being able to go back and forth. So I have them point in, coming in, point out, coming out. Awesome. Okay, so that's some basic common mechanics. Now let's talk about pariah keyhole no comment. Pariah keyhole no comment is intended to be keyhole means mechanics. So it's your fundamental mechanics with a comment. All right, so pariah keyhole no comment starts. Comment come out. All right, now, you know that block that we did to start with? We're totally gonna do that. We're gonna step back into a back stance. Fantastic. Now, don't worry about the comments just yet. Take your right foot, step forward, tuck your left foot behind into an X stance. Right now, I still want to face forward. All right, my X stance is going out. Okay, so step into your back stance. Step up X stance. One more time. Step into your back stance. Step up into your X stance. Okay, now we're gonna add a hand. So as we step back into our back stance, when we step up to our X stance, we're gonna take the commas, we're gonna cross them, and we're gonna come low and pull out. So I'm doing it. Outward tight cut low. Excellent. I do that a few times. Back stand, step in, X stand, and good. Right, keep it in front of you. Don't swing way out here to the side because there's nobody there. So keep them close in the front. All right, so that's count 2. 1, 2. Count 3 is the one that breaks me count to time. It's super simple, except it's not what we do in traditional karate when we don't have weapons in our hands. We're going to move the back foot out of our X stance. Instead of opening up with the front foot like we normally do when we're moving forward in an X stance, we're not going to do that. We're going to move back foot. So we start here, back stance, block. I'm going to step in, X stance. I'm going to cut low. Now I'm simply going to pick up my left foot, advance forward again. Now I'm going to cut inward, middle. I'm going to take my left foot and pull it back to a front stance, but I'm going to cut outward high. It feels very wrong if you do X stances all the time and you know you're supposed to move front foot first. So that's why I break me out. And here we go. Let's do it all together. We step back, block. Step up, X stance, cut low. Step forward with the left, cut inward middle. Step backward with the left, outward high. Okay, on your own. Guys, do that. Low, middle, high. Excellent. My back row, I'm going to ask you to slide back 1 dot, just because you're moving forward and the people in front of you might be moving backward at the same time. Give you a little bit of extra space. Keep going. And X stance low. Forward with the left middle. Backward with the left top. Keep going. Repetition is how we get these things to sit. Well, because you're moving the left foot, I always try to end up going backward. Like I'm like, and the left foot's supposed to move. So I start to go back. No. Go forward. I have to stop and think about it. Yeah, right. All right, let's add the next piece because you guys are trusting this. Back a little bit so you're on that line. Thanks, man. All right, so we start out here. Back stand. We step in, X stand, cut low. Front stance, cut middle. Pull back with the left foot, cut high. All right, before we move our feet, take your right hand, bring it back behind your head, and cut sideways. All right, take your right hand, touch sideways. So you're kind of coming around and hooking around. I'll give you 3 guesses what you're hooking, and the first 2 don't count. Okay, yeah, neck and neck. Those are your 3 guesses, and the third one counted. Okay. So we're here, we step back high. We take this one and we're coming around. This one needs to just get out of the way, so we're just gonna change. I have to pull it back, body, there you go. Pull it back here. But I also, I'm gonna take my right foot and step back. And there you go. Okay. Starting from your back stand. Step in. Slow, slow. Step forward, middle. Step back, high. Pull the right foot back, pull the right hand around and hook. Not the skull. Catch me right here. Because my next move is to pull this toward me and side kick you in the gut.
That is not gonna feel good.
That's exactly what it is. So we're here. Pull it, you're gonna pull back with this hand as you throw your side kick, but then put it down right where you're standing. Just practice that. Start from here. Pull it in, side kick, put it down right where you're standing, facing the other way. You're good to do that like 3 times, then we'll add the next piece. Here. Okay. I'm fine. Kind of. Okay. We're going to keep practicing. All right, let's go all the way through what we've got up to there. We step back. Step forward. Low. Step forward. Middle. Step back. High. Left hand chambers. Right foot pulls back. Look with the right hand. Pull it in. Side kick. Put it in. So after we put that foot down, you're going to step forward with your left foot. Double it. Again, all the way to there. Back stand. Step in, low. Step forward, middle. Pull back. High. Hook. Side kick. Step down. Throw times. Go, go, go.
What's that?
All right. So the way to think about why you're stepping your feet the way you are, right? I did the side kick and in my head, I'm setting up for a spin side kick. Right? Because if I throw a side kick, I want to put it down here so I can spin. Well, in this case, I like to tell myself a story so I have a reason for doing what I'm doing. My side kick, I set up my spin. Oh, he's already done because I had this with in the back of his head. He's done. I set up for the spin side kick, but I don't need it. Hey, straight coming. Surprise. That's not necessarily the way pilot works, because the thing about pilot application, if I'm thinking about kata application, if I'm facing forward in my kata, that means I'm directly in front of my opponent. If I'm facing to the side in my kata, it doesn't mean some random friend showed up from over there. But what it means is, kind of argument, it means that I have done something to get to this side of it, to that side of me. That's what turning in a kata really represents. Right? It's not about oh, they've got 6 friends and I'm dealing with them all. It's, oh, I've managed to move over here now. So in theory, if I'm turning around this way, going that way, what might have happened, I'm gonna do it without. What might have happened is I did my hook, I did my side kick, and I actually got here. And now I'm gonna step in and drive them both in, right? Because when I turned around, it means, from an application standpoint, it means I got behind her. It doesn't necessarily mean there's another bad guy back there, it means I got behind her. So it means after that kick, because I pulled, I may have gotten here. And now I'm just gonna finish it. Right, okay, thank you. All right. We're gonna do 2 more moves. And we're gonna be done with comma for today. All right, here we go. Step back, lock, step up, low, step forward, middle, step back, high, pull back, hook, side kick, put it down, face the other way, step forward with the left foot, double strike. Now, pull your left foot back, still facing the mirror right now. Pull your left foot back, your right hand is gonna go high and your left hand is gonna go low. Hitting 2 targets at once. Right, so I'm there. Now, the turn that we never ever do. Take your left foot, your back foot. You're gonna pull all the way behind you and cut across the middle. Towards the inside. Cutting in. So your arms should be crossed in front. All right. Step up with the left. Now take your right hand, bring it over to parry. Turn 90 degrees, back stance, and set. Okay, you know the whole time. We're going to do that 4 times though. We're going to do it in every direction. So let's get all the way to that turn. One more time. Don't expect you to have it memorized. But I want to get through it all the way one time. That way, you go back and look at this recording on the university, you got the whole first 10. All right, so here we go. We step back, back stance, step in, X stance, cut low, step forward, front stance, cut middle, retreat, front stance, cut high, pull back, hook, pull in, side kick, set it down, step forward with the left, pull back with your left foot, high low. By the way, there's your key. Awesome. Now, you're going to turn 180 degrees by moving your back foot, and it's still going to be the back foot. And you're going to cut across to the inside. Ready? Go. Step behind, cut to the inside. Step up with the left, cut to the outside. Carry, step, back. Now, if you can do that 4 times, you have variety on those times. Okay, next week we'll continue to refine that and build on it and rep it a lot. But you guys are doing really, really good with time. Okay, drop those up. Go get close. Come back out to where you were. All right, this time, because we're using longer weapons, I'm going to put my roll 4 with the 2 shorter people. So let's do this. Hand slide over a little bit. Yeah, hand slide over a little bit. Sitting right up here. Okay. All right, now what I am going to ask on my front row. I'm gonna ask Samantha to take like 2 small steps. Don't go a full dot, but just go a couple of steps back. You do this, start. A little bit more, like half an hour. There you go. Perfect. That way we got a little bit of stack. All right, bow 7. Bow 7 has a few unique pieces to it. In fact, you'll hear a piece that happens in other katas happen a few times, and we'll call it the bow 7 strike. So let's practice what most people call the bow 7 strike. All right, so here's what I want you to do. Take your right foot, step forward, down strike. Okay. Now I want you to take your left hand. I want you to shoot it up underneath. All right, so you're gonna take your left hand, shoot it up underneath. Your right hand's gonna come back to your shoulder. All right, so your bow should still be on this side of your body. Start here. Awesome. Take your left hand, shoot it up underneath, shoot the bow on that side. Awesome. Now you're gonna pull down with that end. You're gonna come down with your right hand. But as you come all the way down with your right hand, it's gonna come to the right side of your body. It's gonna come over the top, and it's gonna smack. The bow's gonna end up back on the left side of my body. So I'm gonna go down strike with the right, go up with the left, pull down with the left, pull down with the right to the outside of me, come over the top, down with the right. Now, at no point during that whole thing did I switch my grip. Start in a right hand grip where both thumbs are pointed to the right side. Put it right in front of you, hold it sideways, just like me. Okay, that hand palm up, thumb going that way. This hand palm down, thumb going that way. Now pull it over, you clear that. All right, so smash down with the right, push up with the left, pull down with the left, pull down with the right, and down with the right again. Okay. What in the world is that? All right, come here, you. All right, if you're in the front, make sure people behind you can see, so you just get a squat. All right, so here's how this works. I go to smash Caleb in the head. He thinks he's pretty slick. He blocks. Good for him. So block higher. Block higher, or else I'm going to push. I'm going to get a new partner. All right, so he blocks. That's fine if that's the way you want. Oh, leave it there. Hold it over your head, or I'm going to knock you out. Okay. All right. I come up underneath. If I'm lucky, I get to disarm him right there. Probably not. He's probably got a decent grip. He's either going to let go or lose a wrist. Smash. All the way through. Smash again. Go away. I need somebody taller. You're taller. I didn't say you're tall. All right. So I come in. Block. I come right back in. If she loses it, great. If she doesn't, I'm gonna hook. Maybe I hook that side, maybe I hook this side. I don't care. Either way, she's either gonna let go or she's gonna lose a wrist. Okay. One more time. I come up. If I don't get her to let go, I hook through. Pull her down. I'm just ripping away. I'm trying to hit her again here, hit whatever I can, come through, smash again. That's what all that is. It is how can I make you not hold a weapon, and I'm going to stop you from hitting me, and then I'm going to make sure you don't get back up and hit me again. Okay? So let's do that again together. Ready? We go. Right hand down. Shoot in with the left, going up high. Pull down with the left, pull down with the right, cycle it all the way through, and down with the right again. All right, I'm going to let you practice that a few times. Either way, when you feel really, really good at one side, try the other. Down with the right. Shoot in. Pull down. Cycle all the way through. You just did it. You were looking at me because you were nervous, but you just totally did it. So, have confidence. You're doing great. So some people, like I said, some people call this the bow seven strike. Most of the time, if it's not in bow seven, I try not to call it the bow seven strike. I will usually say something like down, take away down. Right, it's exactly what it is, right? It's a down strike, it's a takeaway, and a down strike. Like I said, some people call it bow seven. I will try to use other words because it's not what we did bow seven. Pardon me? You will. So your right foot's gonna go forward as you strike right. Now you don't have to move your feet. You can go left, up, all the way through and down again. When you get really smooth with how the hands work, there is a little bit of footwork. I won't kill you over it, but here's how it works. If I'm already for a second. Okay, so if I go to strike and I'm trying to maximize the length of my bow, right? Well, if I go here, look, I can't hit it. Right, so after this, I'm probably going to choreograph in so that I have break. And then as I'm pulling away, I'm going to sugiyashi back so I can be back out of range. So what happens from the footwork standpoint, you can hop back in there. After my first down strike, I'm going to choreograph in as I go up. And as I go back, I'm going to sugiyashi shot. Sugiyashi just means choreography back. Basically, I don't know the literal translation, but my understanding of it is it means to choreograph back. Don't step in. Just pull your right hand straight back. Don't touch your grip. Okay. Okay. Grab. Perfect. Now from there, don't push your grip, just pull your right hand to your shoulder. Bring this hand up. Just practice that hard. Here, just go there. Feet on it. Sorry, I was checking to see you guys.
No, I didn't have my phone. I can't see my glasses. I don't have my glasses on, but it's kind of blurry.
Oh, I got you.
Can you look at that? Sorry.
I couldn't tell if you were just thinking about something
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or wait for
I'm
that.
trying to remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's SUG. Yeah,
Was it music
I
or
think so. It's choreography. Ashi is leg. Choreography is like Sugiyashi. All right, now that we got that form of cannon down. All right, let's start from here. Bow seven starts on your right side. We reach across and grab just like we do in bow one. Go ahead and turn your right hand over. So now you're in the neutral grip. Take your left foot, step out to a forward stance and push down. Now take your left hand, turn it over. So now you're in a left hand grip. Shift into a back stance and elevate higher than your head. I want my left hand underneath my bow because I'm blocking something that's coming in there. I don't want my fingers on top of it if possible. I like to save my fingers. But this one is way back here by my head. I've got to keep hold of it somehow, right? So I'm not going to turn both like this because then I don't have any control. From up here. All right, from there, I can elevate. And then I'm going to come through. Down strike. Punch. Travel. Turn both hands over. Shift to a back stance. Block. Elevate. Pull down. Smash. Punch. Similar. Okay. That's your first couple of them. Practice that on both directions. All right, so I step out forwards. Block. Elevate. Shift to a front stance as you go down and punch. Both hands turn over. Block. Elevate. Cycle through. Front stance. Down strike. Punch. You're good. Okay. Keep going. Downside. Punch. Lock, elevate. Down strike. Punch. Ready? Go forward. Still holding it just like this. Just tighten up just a little, but don't let this come below your head. If you're really below your head, you don't have it. The finish it. So I'm here, Sydney lifts this end up, but you bring that lower than your head. Ha! I fill in. So we go lock, elevate. When you get smooth at it, those won't be two separate moves. On both sides, when you get here, you're gonna come up kind of all at once. But it's a block and a lift. And then come through. If you get really smooth, it becomes.
It seems like you're making it go through you.
So I come to smash you, or you come to smash you, and I lost. I would only do it at an angle, right? Because when I move after I elevate, I'm getting it past your head so that I can come back to it. Ta-da.
Yay. So.
All right, let's add a couple more pieces. Here we go. We grab, we step out horse stance, push down. Turn your left hand over, only your left hand. Block, elevate. Down strike, punch. All right, turn both hands over. Now my thumbs are pointed to the right side. Block, elevate. Down strike, punch. Put your left hand, flip it over. Perfect. All right. From there, I want to take my left foot, is the one that's in back. When I step toward the front, I'm going to take my bow and I'm going to come across to this inside. It's an inside shin block because what's happening is basically works. If I come in here, he's going to step in and meet me low. Or take a strike because he went to do the block, the strike here, and I remember she's turning, so she was off to my side. Right? She was off to the side of me. He made that strike, so she's gonna step in, try to take that leg away. Right, so she's gonna turn towards the front, or she's back to the front of me. And she's gonna try to take that leg. So we got block, no take it, block, down strike punch, block, down strike punch, step in with the left, inside shin. Awesome. Pull the bow back, step up, right side. Now, this part gets fun. I want to take the bow all the way around me just like this. I'm not going to change my grip. I just did a side strike. I'm in a right hand grip. Bow's on the left side of my body. There. I'm going to lift it up higher than my head, still keeping the same grip. Don't switch. Come all the way around like a helicopter and come through. I'm going to come through so far that my bow is pointed up, but I'm going to be on my knee. Watch first. There's my side strike. I get out of the way of something coming for my foot and I come all the way through to here. I intend for you to not still be standing. Come all the way through. So practice that from your side strike. Take your right foot step forward. Bring it higher than your head, all the way around. Come through. Right, do that a couple times, right side strike, all the way through. Then when you get comfortable with making the bow do what you want it to do, you go side strikes, clear, drop to your knee. All the way. Up. The very next motion from there is I'm going to stand up and side strike again, feet together. Back from here. Don't hide in your head. Quick. Don't let go. Bring your hand all the way through. Ready? Side strike. Don't take your hands, they're perfect. Side strike, come on, higher than your head. Bring your front hand to this side. Bring this hand underneath. This one comes all the way in. Because if you swing it comes all the way in. Good job. Start here, side strike. Higher than your head. Pull your right hand back. Left arm goes forward, left arm up underneath your armpit. Bring all the way through and up. Go. As you get better at it, you can lift it up. Very good. All right, now let's practice one more move that tends to feel really weird. Especially if you've done both one and you know how to do it around the head track, because this is different. All right, so don't even worry about your feet right now. Do your side track. All right, in bow one, we go from here, we slide back, we grab, we pull all the way around side track, right? We're not going to do that. So we go side track. I want you to take your right hand. I want you to take your right hand and I want you to simply turn it over just like this. Right? So if I did my side strike here, I'm going to roll it. My thumb's going to come toward my face and then off to the other side. Good. Just like that. Keep the bow pointed straight forward. So do your side strike. Keep the bow pointed straight forward. Just pull it back a little bit and switch your hand. Right side a couple times. So that's a mechanic that's probably due for almost everybody. Side strike. You're going to be in a neutral grip for just a second. Right, neutral grip means both thumbs are pointed inward. So I'm in a right hand grip, my side strike. I pull back, I'm in a neutral grip. Right? Again, practice that. That's going to be a thing that has to happen. Right? Practice it until you're almost nauseous. Ad nauseum. Okay. So I go side strike. This time, as I switch my grip and pull back, I'm going to keep pulling back until my left hand gets all the way down to the front end. All right, so I'm here for my side strike. I pull back, this hand goes straight back there, and this hand goes all the way up here. And then I'm ready for another right hand strike.
I like it.
All right, so here we go. Right hand strike. Flip your right hand over. Pull it straight back down the center line of your body. Your left hand comes all the way to the front. And then back. All right, again. So we go right side strike. Pulling it straight back. My right hand switches over. My left hand comes all the way to the front. And that's side strike again.
Section.
All right, keep practicing that. I'm going to come back here. Okay, so we're here for the right hand grip. My right hand flips over. So I'm just pulling straight back. the bow is gonna go from my strike back this way and around. Right, so I do my right hand strike. I'm pulling the bow straight back, so my right hand turns over underneath it. My left hand reaches way past me. And the bow is basically over my head at this point. Right back. You can just keep going. All right, you ready? Do it together. You go right side, right. Turn your hand over, unforward. Pull back even further. Pull back this way, towards the mirror. Towards the mirror, towards the mirror, towards the mirror. Now take this hand and reach up here. Now, without killing me, bring it around touch it. Good job. No, you only have to do this from one direction, unless you're gonna try to teach it mirrored like I did. And if you notice, it took me a second, because I was like, sure.
I'm gonna try to figure it out on the other side.
All right, let's put together what we've got so far. Bow 7, so we start. Bow 7, we reach over the top and grab, flip the right hand over, so you're in a neutral grip, thumbs are pointed to each other. Step out, push down. Left hand flips over, shift back hand, block and elevate, pull down, smash, punch. Turn both hands over, shift to the other side, block and elevate, down strike, and punch. Step into the front, left foot's gonna move, we step up, we come to the inside. All right, both of my thumbs are pointed behind me. Go right there. Step up. Got it. Now, I'm gonna go over my head, clear through, drop to my knee. From here, I'm gonna chamber back, stand up. Right side strike. As I pull the bow back and get ready to do the second half of that strike, I step out to a horse stance. Cool, and we're gonna stop there.
Okay.
Do it a couple more times. With those feet you can. Over the front, down, drag and punch. Good, good. Lock, elevate, down, right, punch. Back to the left. And tight. Both thumbs pointed out. There you go. Pull back, step up, stride, clear, and sweep. Stand up, side strike. What's called a helicopter strike. Step out your horse before that. That's as far as we went today. You want to go in this.
We'll start up. Should have.
Step up, side strike. All over. Side, clear and sweep. Back.
It's taken.
Pull back. All right, so just to give you an idea of where this is headed, not that I want to try to keep telling them there. I want to give you an idea of where this is headed next. I'm gonna have my front row slide back just a little bit. I'm not gonna do the whole product. I just want you to see the next couple of pieces so you know what we're going into next week. All right, so I start out here, block, elevate, down strike, punch, other side, block, elevate, down strike, punch, step in to the inside, step up, strike, clear, sweep, step up, side, side, reverse without moving my feet. And I'm gonna step forward with the left, bring this all the way through here. Kick. Step up, next hand down, right there. Pull back, punch. This one. That's where we're headed. Okay. Just remember. That was a lot of brand new stuff for week 1 of a 12-week rotation. Right, there are things to practice. We're going to review next week. We're going to add on a little bit next week. We're going to practice. We're going to review. We're going to refine. We're going to continue to go. My thought is we can probably do the Kamakata for about 4 weeks and be pretty solid at it. And we can shift over to the Kamakata. The bow kata will probably spend closer to 5 or 6 weeks on each one. By the end of the 12 weeks, we'll come back and revisit the Kamakata because I don't want to have not touched it for 2 months, but that's kind of the plan. Sound good? Did everybody learn something new today?
Yes.
Good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, sadly, that's all of our class time. Focus position. And the class read. Here we go. I'm a dedicated student of martial arts, and I live by the principles of life. Modesty, courtesy, integrity, self-control, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. What kind of school is it? What's our goal? And the 3 most powerful words. Awesome work, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming out on a Saturday morning. You're in my adults. Planning on sticking around for the next class or 2. That would be awesome. And Samantha, great way to start a Saturday morning. Good job, man. All right, you guys can stay. What's that? We will start working bow 9 in about 6 weeks.